Hello, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, if my audio levels are good. Hello, hello, can you hear me? I usually mute my mic before I hit start streaming. And then I didn't, and I forgot I have this new mouse that's all loud and clicky. And and so if you showed up like right from the get go, you definitely heard me clicking around in my menus, trying to mute my mic. All right, you ready for the big reveal? Here we go. Don't I look cute? Yeah, look at this. Look at how cool this is. Isn't Allison so impressive? Isn't she so cool? Allison made this. She made one for twins recently. You probably saw that one sooner. She revealed hers sooner. And Allison made this one for me, and it's so cool. She's so good. Look, I can like get a little bit closer. Look at how pretty my hair is. Oh my goodness. I want her to do this like professionally. I want people to pay her to make their VTuber rigs because she's so good at it. So yeah, she's so cool and impressive, and I love her so much, and she's so good. Everyone should comment about how amazing and talented Allison is, because she's super good at this stuff. I didn't even ask, she just did this. She just did this on her own, for funsies. This is your first time catching the stream. I haven't streamed in a while. It's been a while, hasn't it? I got busy. I had other stuff to do. But I'm here now, and I'm gonna I have plans for the future. So you can see this model again in the future at some point. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a while. I've been busy getting stuff ready for Ruby Reversed Fates Volume 2. That's been a lot of my time. It's a lot of artwork, and I'm going like I'm putting an extra effort this time around. The first time I wanted to just like get it out there, like yeah, Critter busy? No way. Yeah, for Volume 1 of Reversed Fates, I just wanted it to be out there. I wanted to like just basically just like test the waters to see if people were even going to be interested. Now I'm like, I'm going to do even better, and I'll get better and better and stronger and faster. It is May in Sailor Moon accessories. Coincidence? I think not. It's been a good Magical Girl May this year, hasn't it? I love the videos I've been putting out. And yesterday, I finished editing the last video for the last week of May. It's gonna be another Modica Magica explaining video. I'm proud. I am so proud with how that one has come out. I think it's my best one so far. I can't wait for you all to see it. Listening at work? Nice, nice, nice. Have fun at work. Thanks, Godzilla Slayer. Critter, it's been so long. You graduated yesterday. Congratulations. That's not easy. Well done. Now you have the whole rest of life ahead of you from here. Congratulations, and thank you. And it has been too long. So yeah, I'm super excited for that video to come out. It was so cool. I learned so much cool stuff. I can't wait for you all to see it. Later this week, I think it's gonna be on Friday for patrons, Saturday for everyone else. It's a Precure video. So yay, people have asked me about Precure a bunch, and now I'm doing it. I'm talking about it. I get why there's been one person on my TikTok, and yeah, I have TikTok. Every now and then I get comments of people being like, is this you? And I'm like, yes, it is. There's one person who diligently, for over like 260 days, it's day blank of asking about making Precure design videos. And I haven't done it, obviously, because they're still asking, but the dedication is very impressive. And now that I've seen some of Precure, I understand why. Hello, hello. Well, everyone's showing up. So yeah, that's it's I've just been so busy lately. First I did the daily reviews for Hell of a Boss, which was so much fun. I really like doing daily reviews, and it was neat going through Hell of a Boss. It was neat like experiencing it, you know. And so here's a bit of a peek behind the curtains of how production works for me. I finished editing all of the Hell of a Boss videos in like a week or two. Like it didn't take that long for me to like the thing that took the longest was just sitting down and watching the episodes, like writing the script and then recording and editing it all together. It only took like about 2 weeks. So, and I finished them before the month had even started. So basically, it was just a month of while I was uploading those daily videos, I was working on Reversed Fate stuff. And that's basically just what I've been doing, is making time to just work on Ruby Reversed Fates Volume 2. And I think, if everything goes according to plan, at the end of June, the episodes are going to start airing. That's my plan. I don't know if I'll do consecutive episodes, you know? Like last time I did all 12 episodes 1 week after the next. This time around, I want it to be consistently, like, it's not gonna be like, and then 2 months later I upload the next episode or whatever. Like, I want it to be, like, next to each other. I'm just worried, like, I feel like I'm gonna want to talk about something else at some point. Do you want any more web series recommendations? You can always recommend them to me. I've watched some of the coolest stuff because of the things people have recommended. Like, No Evil from Betsy Lee, I think is the name of the channel. No Evil was really good. That was just a random recommendation. So yeah, just not maybe yeah, semi-weekly maybe. I'm not sure. It will be like chunks at a time, and it won't be like there won't be more than like a week or two between episodes. And it'll just because I'll have something else I need to talk about or want to talk about. Thank you, AJ. Have you seen Murder Drones or The Amazing Digital Circus? If so, will you do a review on them? I have seen The Amazing Digital Circus. I've made a video talking about the first episode, because that was the only one that had come out at the time. And I've made shorts talking about the designs of the characters. I haven't talked about... oh no, wait, and then I had another one. I had a theory video. Where I embarrassed myself because I got Cain and Abel mixed up, the Bible characters, and it kind of threw a lot of, like, it didn't change the core of my theory, but I was embarrassed. So yeah, I've seen Digital Circus. I probably won't make, like, I'll wait till, like, the whole thing is released, because I know there's only going to be, like, 8 episodes or something like that. Gooseworks has posted, like, the plan for the whole season. And so I'll wait for the whole thing to come out first, and then I'll make, like, a cohesive full video talking about all of it. Murder Drones, I tried watching the first episode. I got, like, I'm maybe halfway through, and it just really wasn't doing it for me. But I have heard it gets better after. Like, I heard it gets better starting with episode 2. So maybe I'll give it another shot. Hey Liubi, first of all, like your new look, thank you. Isn't Allison so impressive? She made it. She did all of it. All the art and the rigging and everything. Second, how do you keep up with the shorts consistently all the time? Oh, well, on one hand, it's very easy for me because I have a lot of fun making them. So it's, like, easy for me to just, like, crush through all of them really quickly. It only takes, like, a couple of days, I would say. And I also make them in batches. Like, I'll do, like, 20 to 30 at a time, and then I'll just kind of do them all in a couple of days. And it's easy for me that way, and it's just a fun little extra thing for me to tackle for a few days at a time. And it's easy because I know it just needs to be a minute long. And I use still images, except for certain instances, like Neo's disguise in Volume 3. Yeah, I use still images, and it just kind of just happens. It's just like a nice chill vacation for 2 days to just put these shorts together. The longest part is writing up the script. So, because that can take a couple of days, but usually I start, like, like forming my ideas beforehand. Like I have my batch. I'm like halfway through the current batch that we're on, but I'm still thinking about what I'm gonna say for the next batch, like with Animal Crossing characters or the next Ruby designs I want to talk about, which is the rest of the Ice Queendom characters, and then I'm gonna talk about the video game characters, like the other spin-off ones. So I'm already like forming my ideas, even though I haven't started writing it yet. So it's just fun for me, and I just kind of do them all in one big sitting. And when it's fun, it makes it easier, right? Like, time flies when you're having fun. So, thank you again, Godzilla Slayer. Since you know a lot about design, what do you think of Darth Vader's design? Interesting. I guess I haven't thought about it too much. Like, it is good. It's iconic. It's a unique one that is entirely, basically all black, but still is very readable. Like, you can still, like, it's instantly recognizable. And I guess it's shape and silhouette, you know? The design of the helmet and the face piece is really the thing that sells it. Without those two elements, you might not necessarily recognize him right away. But yeah, it's recognizable shapes and stuff. It also helps that it's a very famous character. I like it. He's not my favorite. I like General Grievous. He's my favorite. Of, like, the non-humanoid looking ones. I know Vader is human. I mean, like not humanoid faces, generally. The ones who wear masks and stuff. You know what I mean. Gotcha. Because I've been lacking behind on my fixing Ruby designs, and yes, I was inspired by your videos. Aw, thanks. No, yeah. It's easier when you're having fun. Critter, in your opinion, what would have fixed Arcane Season 2? Oh, it really wouldn't be that much to, quote-unquote, fix it, in my mind. Mostly just having the characters actually talk to each other is the main thing. That was the real meat of it. Well, yeah, mostly having, specifically, just the characters talking to each other. There's a lot of characters who, like, were supposed to have these moments of, like, emotional impact. I was sitting there being like, I wish that there was more here, there was more going on. I wish Jinx, in general, had a lot more to do. She felt so passive, and so, yeah, just, I don't know, little things. We spent too much time bouncing around all over the place, and every time we bounced over to somewhere else, it was a lot of just exposition dumping, or, like, waxing poetics with Ambessa, or whatever. You know, just little things. I also think, they kind of lost their core theme of the duality of it all. You know, there was no good guys and bad guys, there was just different sides of the same conflict, but you understood where they were coming from, and there was that unique complexity to it, like Victor was from the Undercity, but he was on Piltover's side. But then they kind of just threw that all out the window, and they kind of rushed things. That's what I would do. I would make it 2 seasons, rather than just 1. So, basically that. I can't believe so many people were absolutely befuddled that I put Arcane Season 2 really high on my least favorite shows of the year list, which consistently, those videos are the ones that get the most dislikes. I guess people just don't like my opinions, I suppose. But I was like, if you watched my video, like my reaction to Season 2, I made it pretty clear that I was not into it. Like, I was very disappointed with it. Like, obviously it ranked that. First season was so good, also. Like, that's the biggest thing. People were befuddled that I ranked it higher than others. And I was like, because I had more faith in it, basically. Like, the first season was so good, and it's such a departure from that first season, I was more disappointed, if that makes sense. It was objectively worse, it was my disappointment was stronger. But yeah, I this year, I don't think I'll have 2 separate videos of top 10 or whatever, best shows, and then top worst shows, because I haven't watched enough shows for there to be a worst list, so I might just do one big ranking video overall. If a magical boy/girl wished for the power of creation and destruction, would they be able to make as many grief seeds as they wanted and be able to destroy any wish they wanted? I think potentially, but I think Kyubey would interpret their wish differently, so they couldn't, like, that, or they would just, it would be overwhelming, and they would get, like, they would turn into a witch too quickly, which usually is what ends up happening with things like that. Thank you again, Godzilla. Sorry to bring it back up, but I think another reason is the breathing noises, and of course, his voice, rest in peace, James Earl Jones. Yes. Like, there are other iconic elements to Darth Vader than just his appearance, and I think those other iconic elements helped to, like, make people fall in love with the character despite the more simplistic, I guess is the word I would use, design for him. Thank you, Thanos demands your passwords. Over under 50% chance Yang and Raven reconcile in RWBY Season 10, and over under 30% it will be a satisfying mommy-daughter relationship by the end. Whoo! Okay, so, I want them to. I want them to actually, like, hash it out and reconcile and everything. Not just Yang and Raven, but also Crow and Raven. Here, if we were talking about Kruby, like original, like Rooster Teeth, then I would lean more towards thinking it was gonna be done poorly, just because they have consistently dropped the ball when it came to Raven and having her, like, conflicts be a thing, right? But now that it's not in, we're kind of floating in the dark now, right? Because we don't know what Viz will do, if anything. So I don't know who they'll hire as the writers. I assume they would want to keep some of the classic writers, but I don't know if they would also hire new ones. I also don't know what Viz is, like, it's so, like, up in the air, but I'm being hopeful. I'm huffing the hopium. So yeah, I want it to happen, but given Ruby's track record, I don't have a lot of faith in it. Thank you, Excalibur. My favorite iconic part of Darth Vader is his lightsaber, the Youngling Killer 9000. I love how, like, the fantasy word, we can't just call them kids, we have to call them younglings. You know what? I'm gonna, like, I get, like, yeah, his lightsaber's fine. I have so many other lightsabers that I think look cooler. I like Yoda's lightsaber. Obviously, oh, what's his name? Adam Driver's character. The one with the, like, cross guard. That one was cool. They've introduced other cool lightsabers. Darth Vader was, like, the OG, so I get it, but I like so many others. Except for Count Dooku. I hate Count Dooku's lightsaber. I think it looks terrible. It's such a shame. I like Count Dooku. I love his actor. Just the ugliest lightsaber in my opinion. Kylo Ren, yes, thank you. Oh, trying to remember. I can't remember fantasy names. I'm busy remembering the names of all the RWBY characters in the Pokemon. Thank you, Adamaman. Is it weird if I think they're gonna rush RWBY's new ending? I think that says new ending. I'm so fine with them rushing it. Like, because at this point, the show needs to wrap up, right? It's been over 10 years of the show, and it's clearly not, it wasn't financially successful, at least not financially successful enough at the end of Rooster Teeth's life. I'd rather they just wrapped it up and, like, finished it, just because I think not only is the story taking way too long, I don't know how else, it's just gonna feel like they're dragging it out, and it already has felt like they dragged it out. It will probably feel rushed, but I'd rather we get an ending. Just ending? Oh, I see. I mean, I don't, like, because, and it is a shame, because you can feel that they definitely wanted at least 3, but likely 4 more volumes than what we had. because it would be 3 more for Vacuo, where we would get like the last Maiden's stuff figured out, and then we would have to go back to Vale. Obviously, we were going to go back to Vale because we didn't have Vale's relic, and we would end the show where we started. Clearly, I'm pretty sure that's the idea they had. But, you know, I don't think they've also... So clearly they were doing the 3 volume at a time gimmick, but there's nothing to do now, other than just the same thing they've always done, which is sit around twiddling their thumbs, waiting until the end of the volume, and then one of the villains does something, and then it's like, why were we sitting around waiting all volume? RWBY, that's been, like, it's been a plague for RWBY that the volumes are filled with just, it's not even filler, it's just waiting around, being so unproactive until the villains show up. Why am I behind Peekaboo, but in front of my other 2? My familiars down here? The one with the large eyeball is called Peekaboo, but I'm behind him, but I'm in front of Lumpy and Flumbo. Okay. Oh, thanks again, Thanos. Did you ever see Star Wars Visions? Which one was that one? Was that the animated one? It's my favorite thing to come out of Disney Star Wars since The Mandalorian, and Irish Animation Studio Cartoon Saloon got to do one of... Oh, yeah, it is the animated one. Not all of them. I watched like half of them. I don't know why I never came back to it. I think... something must have happened. I did see the one you're talking about, and that was amazing. Star Wars works so well in animation, and I don't know why they're not, like, doing that more, because the whole, let's be honest, Disney's CGI has been garbage. And they have puppetry, but they're not doing a lot with the puppetry. At least not enough with the puppetry, and then it's just a lot of CGI. It should just be animated. The more magical your world is, the better it works in animation. Because animation is limitless, you know? Last night, I watched The Road to El Dorado. It's an amazing movie. But as we were watching, I was in there and I was thinking about the Lilo and Stitch movie that's gonna come out, like, later this week, I think, or next week. The live action one. And I've been thinking about that, and so as we were watching El Dorado, I was thinking about if they attempted to make this in live action, and I was like, it just wouldn't work. It just would not work. The grandiose adventure and the beauty of El Dorado, the city of gold, just wouldn't translate well in live action, because I know they would just CG it, and it wouldn't look as cool or as real. Right? Because in animation, everything can be consistent and look real in the world that they have. But in live action, you know, you get some shoddy CGI work and it just suspends your disbelief, and it's just not impressive anymore. Like, I'm not looking forward to the Fantastic Four, the movie that's gonna come out with Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. I'm not looking forward to it because I'm really disappointed that they made the Thing all CGI'd. I wanted practical effects. And just gonna be distracting. Their big CGI characters just never work. Colossus was I didn't like Colossus either in Deadpool. I wanted practical effects. I feel like they use the CGI as like a crutch, and it's disappointing, and I don't like it. They use CGI in general as like that. Have you all seen that picture of, it's from one of them. It's Nick Fury sitting there, and it's like the before the CG and after the CG, and everything is CG'd. They re-CG'd the gun he's holding. Like, the chair he's sitting in, the wall behind him, and it's like, why? Why couldn't we just use these walls? Why couldn't we just make a prop gun? Why? Thank you again, Godzilla. Have I seen Epic the Musical? I haven't. I know it ended recently, right? This is the one with, like, the Greek gods? Is it the Greek gods, I think? It's Odysseus. It's the story of Odysseus. I only know about it because I watched Danny Mata's reactions. I haven't watched him reacting to Epic the Musical, but because I watch, like, his channel, like, I'll see his TikToks and whatever, and I see him reacting to it, so I know of it. The songs I've heard from Epic the Musical don't wow me. One of them does. I don't know what it's called. But most of them kind of sound samey to me. But it might just be the same song I'm hearing over and over again, and I wouldn't know any better. I know it's all like animatics, like fan-made animatics so far. But I have not seen it. But it's a very ambitious thing in general. Are they gonna do something with it? Like officially? Not just fan animatics? Are they gonna do like a real musical or an animation or something? I'm not sure, but I know it ended. I know they wrapped up. Like they put out the last few songs and everything. So cool. Man, I should have grabbed water. Rookie mistake. Haven't done this in a while. I didn't grab any water. Love is basically everything Poseidon in that series? Oh, love basically everything Poseidon in that series. I see. So yeah, you all excited for Ruby Reversed Fates Volume 2? I know I talked about it. I'm just so excited. I have so many interesting plans, and then once episodes start coming out, I can also talk about everyone's prom designs that they came up with. That's gonna be everyone did it was so hard. It took me like 2 weeks to make my decisions on the prom outfits because everyone did so good coming up with prom designs, and it was so hard narrowing down my choices. But I can't wait. The prom episode especially is one of my favorites. I can't wait. It's gonna be so exciting. Other fun things that's gonna happen here in the future. The Amazing World of Gumball is back. I never watched it, but I did see that it's coming back. But I watched like 2 episodes, and they were confusing. But, cool. Oh, thanks, Melon Peach, for making Arc 2 content when nobody else will. Thanks. I think you, in particular, are really gonna like my Modica Magica video at the end of the month. But yeah, other fun things that's gonna be coming out. At the start of June, I'm gonna announce the 3rd OC Animation Challenge prompt, which is gonna be very exciting. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. I'm not gonna tell you the theme this year, but I'm excited. Thank you again, Thanos. I prefer your versions of Ruby, Jean, and Oscar. I do too. It's so tough, because I sit there and I look at my versions of them, and I'm like, I love these characters, they're so good. And then I pivot, and I look over at the real show, and I go, ugh. It's just like, yeah, I love Jean. Well, yeah. OC Challenge at the beginning of June. And also, starting with June, there's gonna be a new thing that's gonna start coming out. It'll be, like a podcast of just myself musing about random thoughts that I have. And the way it's gonna work is I'll post half of it to YouTube, and then I'll post the full thing to Patreon. So if you want the full little podcast of whatever my random rambling thoughts are, you gotta be a patron. Because I wanted patrons to have more. So, hooray! What's the OC challenge? You don't know. Well, this will be the 3rd year in a row now, I think, where it's a challenge for you to animate your original characters. And then you send them in, and everyone will see how cool everyone's original characters are. There's gonna be no winners this year. We're not gonna do a vote this time around. It'll make sense. You'll see. Nice avatar? Yeah! The Fairy of Lily Pads. Isn't it cute? Allison's so talented. Ruby works so much better without the screeching voice. Yes. Oh my goodness. Jean without the whining and simpsoning for Pyrrha, and Oscar when he's allowed to actually be a character. Okay. I'll start with the Ruby thing. I was rewatching Ice Queendom, because I realized it was on Crunchyroll, and I wanted to see, I never watched the English dub, because when that came out, that was when all the like news broke out about how bad Rooster Teeth was, and I didn't want to support them financially. But now that Rooster Teeth is gone, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll check this out. I'll see how they handled certain scenes. And I remember Japanese Ruby's voice. It was very like cute and kind of soft. And then I cut over to English Ruby, and I'm like, oh man. So, any updates on my fixing Ruby, like Reverse Fates, or do you mean that other one, where I want to make more for it, like Ruby but better, I think is what I called it, band-aiding Ruby, I think. I want to keep doing stuff for it, but like obviously Reverse Fates has taken like priority. And then the other thing you talked about, Oscar having a character. It was such a shocking moment for me when I was sitting there and I was thinking like, Oscar's so new, he's so new to the cast. If only like just give him enough time, he'll start getting a character, right? They'll start doing something with him. And then I was like, oh my goodness, that was like 5 years ago. He's not new. He's been around in the show longer than for the amount of volumes that existed without him being in the show, right? There's only 3 volumes where Oscar was not a character yet. And then it's volume 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 6 volumes with him being in the show. And they still haven't done... Why did they introduce this character? I don't... Why did... So many decisions from Rooster Teeth just befuddle me. Thank you, Mystery. Mystery? Mystery. Thank you, Mystery. If Ruby characters were in the Madoka world, what would each character wish for? That's a lot, but that's a fun one. Ruby would probably wish for, like, her mom to be alive or something like that. It's hard thinking about what they would want. Blake would probably wish for something like... something around faunus equality, or it would be like, I wish the Schnee Dust Company was, like, had gone bankrupt, or something like that. Yang would probably also make a wish for her mom. It's a lot of mommy issues with the with the sisters, isn't it? Weiss, I think, is the hardest to come up with, because what would she even want? She kind of has everything she already... And I don't think she'd be the kind of character who would just make a wish to get things her way. She would do it herself. So that's the toughest one. Let me know what you think. What do you think Weiss would wish for? I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've been thinking about something. I was doing the dishes the other day, and I was thinking about Ruby's weapons and like their power-ups. So we've been watching Dragon Ball Super lately. It's fun. I like Dragon Ball, so it's fun seeing Super. Admittedly, like the first, I'm gonna say like 40 episodes, terrible. Horrible. Dragon Ball Super's versions of Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F is so bad. They're so ugly and boring, and they look terrible, and the pacing is garbage. But once you get past that part, it gets really good. But yeah, so we've been in the middle, like, we're watching them, like, achieve, like, Super Saiyan Blue, you know? And we watch, like, Kaba learn how to go Super Saiyan and whatever. And we're just watching all these upgrades and stuff. And I was thinking about Ruby and how Ruby does a very poor job at displaying that the characters have upgraded their skills. Because, like, with Dragon Ball, it can be something as simple as changing their hair color, but it's still, like, a visual signifier that their skills have gotten better and stronger, right? And Ruby just does not have that. And every time they do, it's something so, like, not impressive. What are my opinions on Miraculous Ladybug? I've never seen it. I've seen the characters. I watched the transformations. I think they look cute. If a little busy. Some are better than others. I like the pig girl. I've seen a pig girl. I like pigs, so I thought she was very cute. Yeah. Yeah, Ruby. So, like, okay, they had this whole moment. They don't usually have, like, upgrades, you know, in Ruby, and it's like, every time they do, it's so unimpressive. Like Ruby learned how to like master her semblance doing that thing where it splits apart, and it just kind of happened. Like in the beginning of an episode, she's like, "I've done it. I've mastered this," and there was no grandiose, no big like moment during a fight where she learned how to achieve this. Same with Ren. A lot of times it's something that like doesn't even like do anything. Like Ren's big moment just happened during an argument when he learned to see the flower petals and whatever. Thank you, Valhalla Knight! Reminder to everyone to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and rehydrate. Happy to see the stream back. Aww. Thank you! And yes, yes, all those things. Especially stay hydrated. It's getting hotter, so, like, as we're diving into spring and summer, make sure you stay hydrated. So yeah. Like, very few people actually have upgraded semblances, and every time it does, it's either something not combative or happens in a very unimpressive moment, and it's, like, it doesn't display the growth of the characters very well. Thank you again, Excalibur. Can I just get Ruby blowing up the moon, please? And thank you, AJ the Dragon. Have you read any comics not from DC or Marvel? I've read a lot of manga. Comics? I know I have, but usually like online stuff. Like especially back in the DeviantArt days, like random like Nuzlocke comics and stuff like that. But mostly manga. And I haven't even read many DC or Marvel comics either. I prefer DC. I think I like DC better than Marvel personally. And thank you, Danny Boy. Ruby has the problem of not looking stronger because in volumes 1 through 3, they fight way cooler than in 4 and beyond. That is true. Like, the choreography, like, and it's a bit, what are they supposed to do, right? It's so hard to capture the magic that Monty just understood and had. So I understand, like, it's hard to try to, like, not only try to get anywhere close to what Monty was capable of doing, but also just make it look cool, especially in a completely new, like, animation system. But yeah, it doesn't help that like, visually, they're not nearly as exciting as they used to be. And that's why I keep seeing people being like, they should reboot Ruby, and I don't want them to, because I don't want to see them ruin good moments from volumes 1 through 3, right? Because no matter what they do, it will never be as cool as what we currently have. Like killing the Nevermore, right? Pyrrha versus Team Cardinal. I don't think they have well, I guess they could now, but Rooster Teeth in the moment did not have the skills to come anywhere close to achieving what those moments already had, right? Right. So, okay. And then their upgrades. I was thinking about this one in particular. So I was like, well, their semblances never get upgraded. So the only other thing is their weapons, right? And I was like, in the beginning of volume 7, they straight up, like, Pietro was like, I've upgraded all your weapons. Hi, Justine Mendoza. I like your animations. I keep seeing them on Twitter, and they're very good. Yeah, Pietro was like, I've upgraded all your weapons. But they, and I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to give us cool new weapon upgrades, to, like, be a visual indication that now they are stronger. And then they chose all the dumbest, stupidest, most boring things ever. Like, Ruby's, like, scythe head just pivots 180. She already would twirl the thing around like a toy. Like, when has she used that? Ever. Never. Yeah, they gave Yang, like, sticky bombs, and I'm like, why? She already fought from a distance. She already had a long-range attack. What are the sticky bombs gonna do that her normal shotguns wasn't going to achieve? Other than just look uglier. Be a smaller, less impressive flare on screen. They didn't do anything for Blake, they just fixed her sword and just added a little bit of yellow. And I'm like, they could have made it like yellow, like lightning dust or something, but no, it's just yellow. And they didn't do anything for Weiss. I mean, admittedly, she already has the biggest pool of abilities, but she never uses any of them, which also doesn't help. Like, she doesn't do time dilation, she barely, And then with Juniper, Jean has his shield thing, like he gets a shield blast. It doesn't look different on his shield, and that's the biggest thing. They wanted to give them quote-unquote upgrades, But they didn't want to actually change any of their models because Rooster Teeth was very lazy. So all their upgrades are like non-cosmetic. You know, they don't look any different. You know, until the instant it needs to happen. And I can't believe they gave Jean a stupid shield blast. He give him a sword laser. He has no range. He never hits anything. And Nora's, they didn't even do a good job displaying Nora's. Nora's upgrade is that thing she does every now and then where she like flies on her hammer. People didn't even realize that was the upgrade she got because it was so poorly communicated. Also, it looks goofy. Having her like crunched up squatting. It's like having, like when you see like a full adult sitting on a children's like tricycle. Just so dumb looking. So disappointing. Such buffoons. Thank you again, Excalibur. What's this year's OC Challenge gimmick gonna be? Last year was Double Trouble, and the previous was the first OC Challenge. I'm not gonna tell you. It's a secret. You have to wait for the announcement, but it's an important one. I'll give you that. It's gonna be fun. It's much more open-ended this time around, so it's more for you to interpret how you want. But it's a secret. You have to wait for the first week of June to find out. Thank you again, Thanos. Fave odd couple ship in RWBY. Mine is Weiss/Pyrrha, based almost solely off of Weiss's internal monologue in Season 1, Episode 4, and their personalities. That's fair. I really like Blake x Velvet is a cool one. It's a lot of, like, fan art. Like, I saw one piece of fan art where Blake and Velvet were hugging, and I'm like, yes, I ship you now. Realistically, in the show, I think Blake should have been with Ilya, but it's fine. But Bumblebee is fine. Sun x Penny is one, and it was entirely just because they were both introduced in the same episode. But I have such a soft spot in my heart for Sun x Penny. I think they would be fun and cute together. I'm excited, sorry to bring it back around to Reversed Fates again, but I'm so excited for Volume 2 to come out, because then you will see all the ships I have for Volume 2, because I'm not gonna be like Rooster Teeth and be like, oh, maybe a tiny hint of something eventually being a relationship. No. I'm laying it out there. I'm making it clear from the get-go who I am shipping with who, and then it'll be cute, and then you all will make cute fan art of my ships from Reversed Fates, and everything will be good in the world. Did I see The Smiling Friends, like the latest season that came out, like Season 2? I did. It was on my top best of the year video. Did something new come out? I have not seen. I haven't heard anything. Admittedly, I used to get a lot of information off of Twitter, and now Twitter is just like garbage. It's like just the same old like 5 clips of some either fake scenario happening, like a prank, or like clips from Grey's Anatomy or whatever. It's such a shame. Kind of hope Reversed Fates, Blake and Sun stay in the White Fang for a season or 2. I think there's still drama to be mined from their baggage and struggles for equality. Handling the White Fang in Reversed Fates is tough, because I sit there and I look at what the show did, and I'm like, don't do that. So it is definitely the hardest thing to try to like breach in Reversed Fates, but hopefully I've done a good job with it. Thank you again, Godzilla Slayer. I'm gonna be on my hands and knees for Rose Garden. I mean, I like Rose Garden. Oscar x Ruby, I think it's perfectly fine. It's one of my like top Ruby ships. I guess it's my only Oscar ship. I guess, you know, Oscar x Whitley is pretty cute. I've seen fan art of that one before. But in the long run, I don't know if I really want them to like, be together. But I guess we'll see. I'm talking as if Ruby's airing right now or anything. You like my fairy avatar? Thank you. Allison Are, you made it. She's so talented. She's so pretty and talented. Critter, I'm sure anything you do with a White Fang will be better than the actual show. It can't be worse. That's for dang sure. I literally can't imagine how anyone could do the White Fang worse. Such a disappointment. Man, I want to tell you all the things I have planned and are doing with Reverse Fates. Oh, it has to come out. I wanted to talk about it. Praying for a crumb of white rose. Man, no, nothing. There are several like accounts on like Blue Sky and Twitter and stuff that are like daily white rose accounts, and I appreciate them so much because their tenacity, their diligence, and they've been given nothing in years. Ruby and Weiss, first of all, barely do anything in the show, and also barely get to talk to each other anymore. It's insane. White Rose shippers, the only thing that's harder than a White Rose shipper is like a Ladybug shipper, because good luck. Have fun with your 2 scenes where Blake and Ruby acknowledge each other's existence, right? Well, that's the thing with shipping. You gotta just make it up on your own. And come up with your own thing. Who cares what the show says? These are my dolls, and I'll play with them whatever way I want to. Croix Glinda shippers crying in the corner. Yeah, anyone who likes Glinda. My goodness. We got more Port and Oobleck than Glinda. That was also weird. Glinda felt like so important, right? In like the first few episodes. She's like the first real huntress we see. She's like right there with Ruby. And then she just didn't do much. And it was crazy. You stereotype crack ships are more fun anyway. They are, because you kind of can just do whatever, right? Man, you know what was the start of my world of crack shipping? Fire Emblem Awakening. I was obsessed with Fire Emblem Awakening. Like, the amount of obsession I have for Ruby. Before I had Ruby, I had Fire Emblem Awakening. Man, I want them to, like, remaster that one, because I would love to play it again. I started, in classic Critter fashion, I've started a new game in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I know I never finished the other one. The one that I was playing on stream, last time I streamed, it just wasn't doing anything for me. I just don't like the character designs. I'll go back to it eventually. But the thing is, man, Three Houses has such a chokehold on me, you know? I'm so intrigued by the story, but I never finish it. I've only finished a Blue Lions run. I've started runs of the other houses, but I haven't. I just always get distracted, and then I start playing something else. It's just like me with Pokemon. I start new games in Pokemon constantly, but I hardly ever actually, like, get past the 4th gym or anything. Who's my favorite voice actors? That's tough. There's so many. My goodness, there's so many good voice actors. Robbie Damon is up there. Laura Bailey is up there. Matthew Mercer. Travis Willingham. Beck Bennett. There's so many. There's too many. This is a fun thing. I was thinking about if Viz wanted, I don't expect them to, first of all, but if Viz wanted to recast the main Ruby girls, who would they choose? Mostly because I don't like Ruby's voice and I don't like Yang's voice. I think Weiss is fine. I just think they haven't given Kara much direction. That's my biggest thing with like a lot of performances in Ruby. I just don't think they're very good voice directors, because so often characters sound lost, or like they don't really know what delivery they should be going for. So I assume whoever was their voice directors was just doing a garbage job at it. And I think if Kara had a bit more like guidance, Weiss, because Weiss used to be really good in the early volumes, and now she just sounds kind of not bad, but like uncertain of what emotion she should be delivering on. But I'm sorry if this is mean, but I do think Lindsay and Barbara are just bad voice actresses. I think Erin's good. I've heard her in a couple of different stuff. I think she's good. She consistently delivers emotion well. I think I've heard Lindsay in several other things, and I've never been impressed. And I listened to Barbara in a couple of different things, not just Ruby, and she kind of just does the same thing every time. I don't like them as voice actresses, unfortunately. So It's a shame, but I don't expect them to recast anybody. Have I seen the Hellaverse Vivzipop announcement where there could be a crossover with Helva Boss and Hasbin? I did! I'm like, I'm conflicted. It's crazy seeing them go through the same thing RWBY fans went through when RWBY was gonna be hidden behind a paywall temporarily too. I'm excited, I guess. Mostly I'm excited, but I kind of just want the show to be out. Like, I'm kind of tired of them announcing, like, oh, this voice actor was in to record lines for season 4, and I'm like, season 2 hasn't come out yet. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about that when season 2 hasn't even happened. Give me season 2 first, and then I'll start caring about things happening 20 years from now at the rate this is going. Thank you again, Melon Peach. May I request a roast of the Magia Record anime? Man, woof. Oh, it's such a shame. It's such a shame. I had to capture footage for my video that's coming up in the next few weeks, and I was going through Magia Record, and it's so disappointing. Especially Alina Gray. She just gets... They screw her over constantly in that show. Where it's like, it was specifically at the end of the whole show. I won't, like, talk about specific spoilers, but she's just, like, posing. Like, it's a still image, and just her mouth is moving, but they've decided to go with these poses where, like, her hair is flowing around wildly, but because it's just a still image, it just does not work. And I'm like, why did you choose to do it this way? And they do that constantly, where they'll, like, they have moments of extremely gorgeous animation. Ice Queendom went through it with RWBY Ice Queendom. It was the same people, I'm pretty sure. Where there's beautiful moments, gorgeous moments of, like, high detail and so much, like the frame rate is insane, and there's a million things going on with color and everything. But because these moments have so much effort, everything else just looks like dog water. It's like they can't animate more than just a still image, and they do that so much, and I would prefer consistency. I would prefer it if the amazing, beautiful moments were less good, so then the ugly moments weren't so ugly, because I think the ugly moments really blemish the goodness of those cool moments, right? And Magia Record just really went through the ringer with it, unfortunately. It's such a shame. And like, even like a Blu-ray version wouldn't fix these problems, right? Like, I've never seen a Blu-ray version of Magia Record. I don't think it did well enough. And obviously it didn't do well enough. It looks ugly. It's so disappointing. Maybe I'll review Magia Record. It's been a thing that I've, like, contemplated before. We'll see. We'll get to it eventually. Thank you, Izanagi. Curious if you'd want to check Kamen Rider Ryuki, since Urabochi said he was inspired by Ryuki when making Madoka. Could be interesting to see what inspired what. Could be. I'm not usually into, like, the Super Sentai stuff, like the Power Rangers and whatever, and I know Kamen Rider is one, right? I'm not usually into, but it could be bad, you know. It'd be neat to check it out at least, see what, because that is cool, seeing things like when someone, when a director mentions what inspired them, you go and you watch and you're like, oh, I see, I get it, and then it can inspire you, and everyone gets inspired forever. Is Kamen Rider more popular than Super Sentai? Is it? I don't know. I know about it. Ryuki is on YouTube. Oh, makes it even easier for me. That's always the craziest thing. My goodness. So I had my Sailor Moon video, like, last week, and my original plan was I was going to compare the new dub of the 90s show to the original, like, Deke dub. But I can't find it. It's not on the internet anywhere. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just pivot and I'll make it about Sailor Moon Crystal instead. But I wish they kept it around somewhere, like on YouTube or something, just because it's such a relic, and I know it's not good. I am well aware that the original dub for Sailor Moon was very bad. Where they call her Serena, I think. For a long while there, but, like, that's the thing, a lot of us grew up on that original one for a long while there, when I was talking about like I did my ranking videos for Sailor Moon transformations and stuff, I wouldn't refer to anyone by a name because in my mind I remember their like English names, right? Like Serena, not Usagi. I think it was Amy instead of Ami and stuff like that. So yeah, so I would call them by their like title, like Sailor Mercury and Sailor Moon, just because I didn't trust myself to not accidentally say the English version, the Americanized versions of their names. Been told the Viz dub has all the girls sound the same. What do you mean? like their performances? I don't think so. But I'm not sure. Whoever said that about the Viz dub is lying. Don't forget they made Uranus and Neptune cousins. Oh my goodness, yeah, the cousins thing. That was such a... They used to do things like that all the time. It was always bad. Erica Mendez is incredible as Sailor Uranus. I feel like I'm pronouncing the name wrong. I don't. It's because I don't want to sit here and say Uranus. I'm saying it like Uriel. Like no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. The large wolf monster from Resident Evil Village. His name's like Urias, I think. And I'm pronouncing it like that. Hey Orange, you've been really cranking out the magical girl designs this year. I'm impressed. You always do so much and it's always so impressive. If you think Christina V and Stephanie Sheh sound anything alike as Sailor Moon and Mars, I think that's a you issue. Man, Christina V, it was crazy. I know she has amazing range, and she's fantastic, and I love her, but it was really weird comparing, like, 90s Sailor Mars to Crystal Sailor Mars, and it's like, it's the same woman, it's the same voice actress, but they just wildly different performances, and it was very fascinating. It was cool. It was neat that way. The name Uranus was some German guy's fault. He didn't know English people would pronounce it. Yeah, that happens. Language can be goofy and funny. It's Greek. It's Oranos. Oranos. Uranus is the Romanized Latin. Ah, learning things. Learning things today. Learning things in language. Language is so neat. I took a language studies class in university. I didn't learn as much as I wanted to. The teacher was kind of boring. Do a fancy Lala review? What is that? Is that a magical girl thing? What is that? Never even heard of it. My favorite thing is finding weird, obscure magical girl stuff. Oh, by the way, you know what I'm annoyed by? My goodness. I want the new remake of friggin' Magic Knight Rayearth. They announced it last year, and it's supposed to come out sometime this year, supposedly. Every 3 weeks, I double check the internet to be like, do we have an announcement or anything? And no, I want it. I want the remake for Magic Knight Rayearth. I'm annoyed it's not here yet. Have I ever watched Winx Club? No, I haven't. I know Unicorn of War talks about it a lot. I'm subscribed to them. So I see, things that are, I know they're remaking it. They're, doing a new version with 3D models and stuff. I watched Here's my thing. If I see a transformation sequence, I watch it. It doesn't matter if it's a franchise I don't know or don't like. If I see transformations, I'm doing it. I'm gonna sit down and watch it because I like transformation sequences. But I haven't ever watched Winx. The new transformations look neat. A little long, I think, but that's kind of par for the course. Hey yo, first time catching a stream here. Aw, been watching your content for the first time recently, and I've been loving them. Oh, thank you, Austin the Ambitious. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't stream often, but maybe I'll get back into it. I've just been busy. That's always the thing. I'm just so busy. Have I seen Magical Do Re Mi? I haven't, but I did make a video ranking the transformations last year. Unfortunately, it got taken down. So you can watch it on my Patreon. You don't even like need to be a member. You can watch it for free on Patreon. But I didn't watch it. I couldn't figure out where it was streaming. So I just ranked the transformations instead, and I was like, I'll handle that later. But I never got around to actually watching it. It looks delightful though. It looks charming as all hell. So I should do a video ranking the pre-cures, or at least the first episodes. It looks so good, but I don't know which one to start with. So the video later this week is going to be a worth watching video where I review the first 3 episodes of the first pre-cure. So that'll be exciting. I haven't seen. That's the only one I've seen. I've never watched Precure except for the one I'm talking about. But it looks neat. I keep seeing. I know there's a new one currently airing, right? Because I've been seeing. I think again it's the transformations. I just see transformations. I like them. But I know there's a new one currently coming out, right? There is a million of them, and I don't quite know the differences between them all. But the original one, the first one, Precure tip, you can start on any season. Nice. I assumed so, but my patrons voted for which one I was gonna tackle. I think I would prefer one of the newer ones than the older one that I watched, because I watched the very first one, the original. While it was cool, it had some pacing weirdness that I think newer anime doesn't necessarily have as often. Thank you again, Godzilla Slayer. Call it a curb stomping, rhymes with grug. What? Yeah, 22 seasons. Jeez Louise. Apparently Precure is a full-on cinematic universe of magical girl cartoons. I saw a thing where they were all together. They were all in a jail cell. I don't know if it was a movie or a special or whatnot, but yeah, there's a bunch of them. There are so many girls, and they're little fairies? Little magical guys? the you know what I mean. They're little animal things. So yeah, it's been an hour. I guess we could wrap things up. Oh, I did want to talk about something else. Is anyone watching Taskmaster? Is anyone else watching Taskmaster Series 19 that is currently airing? The first 3 episodes have come out. The new episodes come out on Fridays. Is anyone else watching Taskmaster? Because it's super good. The episodes come out on YouTube. It's so cool. I love that. I love that about Taskmaster. That they air the episodes and then put them on YouTube so you can watch it for free. That's so cool. And they make so much money that way, because I feel like people were probably just posting the episodes on YouTube already, and they were like, well then fine, then we'll just do it ourselves. And that makes it so accessible, and I appreciate that so much. Overhypen, question, and pretty please, I don't want to be a magical girl. Do you think Zero will become a magical girl with Aika or remain a normal civilian? I think she will eventually, but I don't think it'll be right away. I think it's gonna be something kind of doing a job interview, because that was something Kiana Consmith was talking about. It was the idea of job burnout, having a job and throwing yourself into it and then eventually becoming disillusioned with it over time. So I feel like it's gonna be a lot kind of like an internship where she's gonna see everything before she makes her decision. But I do hope she does become a magical girl, because I love her designs and I want to see Zero with a cute magical design. You've never heard of Taskmaster? It's so good. It's so funny. It's British comedy. It's one of the best British comedies ever. This current season has Jason Mantzoukas, and he's an amazing chaos demon. It's so funny. I've rewatched episode 3 2 times because it was very funny. If you want to know the best, skip season 1. Skip season 1, it's really bad, and just go straight to season 2 if you want to start from the beginning. Season 7 is one of the best. Seasons 14, 15, Yes, 14, 15, and I think 12. Some of the best. Season 4 is really good. But this season 19, really good, really funny. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. Thank you again, Melon. Did you get around to watching any of Arc 2 by chance? What do you mean by Arc 2? Arc 2 of what? Which one? Monica? Monica Arc 2? Like, do you mean, or do you mean Precure? Is there an Arc 2 of Precure? Clarify, and I'll answer correctly. If the TMNT were magical girls, what would their powers be? I think it would be very similar to what their weapons can do, but cooler, right? You know what? I don't think they would want powers. Because that's the whole, like, the martial arts thing. I don't know. Maybe elements, like elemental, like fire blasts and stuff. I admit, my scope of TMNT is very much like the 70s, like the old, I think it was a 70s to 80s cartoon. I know there's new current ones. I haven't seen any of them. I don't know how much the turtles have changed. Mantia Record. Ah, yes, Arc 2, like the game. The one with Shizuka, Yuna, Jury, etc. I haven't, because, like, the app game closed before I really got to them. But I am intrigued. I do want to learn more about them because I really like their designs and I want to like tackle them eventually. But I was focusing on what I do know. But I am going to get to them sooner or later because I think they're cool. And from what I've read about them, I am intrigued. So, but I haven't currently yet. A couple of people have asked if I've seen the Gaslight District. Not yet. I scrubbed through at one point and I really don't like the animation style. It hurts my eyes. It makes my tummy feel upset. I might give it another shot, but I was not wowed with it, unfortunately. But maybe I'll try again later. Thank you, Agiri. I want more fairies in fiction. I love Navi and Tinkerbell, but we need more. I agree. Fairies are so cute, and they have such a perfect aesthetic, don't they? Like, look at how perfect this looks. Look at how pretty and twee I am. Fairies are cute, and every time they do fairies, they make them tricksters. And they don't always have to be that way. They don't need to be like a you know what I mean. We can have helpful, fun fairies. Not always, but more. You know what I mean. If the JoJo Bizarre Adventure characters ever became magical girls, I'm sorry, give them all the best design awards. Yes. I don't even watch JoJo. I've never seen a single episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but you know their designs when you see them, right? Gaslight District is peak to me, but it did take me 3 watches to realize what was fully going on. Yeah. It was just a lot. And it just hurt my eyes. But I have sensitive eyes. Like certain things just make me feel bad when I look at them, because I have very bad vision. Like, I couldn't play Sonic 3D Blast back in the day because it just hurt my eyes. A hellish world I live in where my eyes are so bad. Oh, I should clarify in case I haven't. Magia Union Translations, the channel translates the game's Arc 2 content to English. Wahoo! Hooray! I knew they were out there, but I didn't know like where specifically to go looking for them. I do a certain, I think also the wiki has hyperlinks to certain translations, so that's very cool. I appreciate that the fandom continues to try to like make it accessible to learn what went on, you know? If you were a magical girl in Madoka Magica, what would your witch form be? Someone came up with like a they asked me questions and they made like a whole like cool idea out of it, and I was very impressed. They came up with like the Cyclops witch, because usually I'm a Cyclops and not a little fairy girl. I've come up with my own idea before, but this was way back in the day, and I made myself sort of like a jester. It was like kind of like a jester on like a a unicycle in a trapeze act, and the thing was, I felt like I was overwhelmed. I was juggling a lot of things, and that was the thing. Like, I was just like teetering on the edge of like trying to keep everything in balance. But I don't know. Like, I don't feel like that was me back when I was in college and going through college stress and struggles. I don't think that's accurate anymore. I feel like it would be something about being stuck to my computer, because I do everything in my job involves this computer that I'm sitting in front of right now. So maybe like a ball and chain with a computer screen or something. I don't know. I feel like it also matters like what wish I would have made, but I don't know what I would wish for. The thing, when someone asked me what I would wish for, my answer was that everyone everywhere throughout the rest of time would have access to food, healthcare, and housing. So I don't know what that would give me, but that would be my wish. The videos have music and voice acting too? Aw, nice, yeah, that's so handy. Precure is a fantastic source for magical girls, lol. I'm currently on Heartcatch Precure, and I'm enjoying it so much. Which one's been your favorite? Oh, the Pumpkin Witch? Yeah, that's me. The Pumpkin Patch Witch. What season of Precure, if you've seen Precure, which one's your favorite? Because they all look so different, and I don't know, like, what was considered generally the best one in the fan space. Arc 2 is 60 hours of content. Yeah, that's always the thing. Like, I'm going through Excedra, and I was going through the current event that's going on, the detective thing part 2. I liked the twins playing a large role in it. That was fun. But I was like I did all the battles first, and then I went back and I went through the story. And I was like, guys, just get moving. Just churning out the same information for like 4 chapters. That's always what they do. And I get it. That's like how app games work. But whatever. Heartcatch Precure is the best. Heartcatch is peak. I'm seeing a lot of Heartcatch. Okay. Heartcatch Smile, sweet. Princess Precure. Did you know Mermaid Melody? I know there's one, like, Witchy Precure. That one, I like me some witches, so. But I'm seeing a lot of Heartcatch. Heartcatch and Princess. Cool. So yeah, I'll write that down. I have a list. I have 2 different lists on my phone of magical girl stuff, so I can prepare for the next magical girl May. I'm so disappointed. I was going to talk about something that someone recommended to me years ago, actually, and it was called Artist Switch. They pitched it. It's like a movie. You can watch it on YouTube. It's like this weird, like, anime movie. They pitched it as being, like, kind of like Madoka Magica, but not exactly. And I was going to review it this year, but then Pretty Please came out, and I decided I wanted to talk about Pretty Please while it was more topical. So maybe next year I'll get to Artist Switch. But it's always been on my list, my list of things. Sometimes it's annoying because I'll have an idea, but then I'll go and look for it, and it's not streaming anywhere. Like, there's this one, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like tarot card magical girls. It wasn't good, but I watched it. I remember I watched it, and I think I watched it on Crunchyroll, but it's not there anymore. Daybreak Illusion. That's what it was called. It was so not good. It was so bad. I mean, there was a real, like stretch of time where I watched a lot of only okay anime. But I did also get to watch Magical Girl Raising Project, and that one was phenomenal. People ask me to talk about it. I see no need, because Twins Inc. already made a video going over their designs, and nothing I say could top what she's already said about it. So, but Raising Project is fantastic, and I highly recommend it if you want a dark spin on a magical girl concept. Very good, very neat. Cranberry was very cool. Lack of streaming accessibility in this day and age is frustrating. It is, and it's so stupid. It's so stupid because it's like, this is what the internet was made for. It should be so easy. Thoughts on Spy X Family? I've never seen it. It looks cute. I know of them. I don't know their names. but they look cute. It looks fun. I heard that the second season wasn't as good as the first season. I don't even know if the second season has come out yet or anything. Do I wear sunglasses while watching? Would this help your eye issue? Well, I have glasses, so putting sunglasses over the glasses is always kind of weird. I don't think it would help. I think it's the motion. It's because my eyes go blurry at times, because I have astigmatism, which means my eyeballs are shaped like footballs instead of basketballs. So, that's what I have. Hey Critter, been a big fan and admire you and my sister. Aww. I want to ask if you would be able to critique and discuss about my characters' designs for an upcoming comic. Sure. You can DM me on Twitter if you wanna, and I will respond. Or you can just message me. Like if you're feeling shy, you can DM me. But if you want with public court of opinion, you can just message me. I don't think DMs are a thing on Blue Sky, but if you prefer, you can also message me on Blue Sky. So, but yeah, I would love to look over your characters, tell you what I think. Have I ever watched Lucky Star? I haven't. I don't even know what that is. Is it cool? What's it about? They make sunglass attachments for regular glasses? They do. They do that. I don't know if it would work for my glasses, because I have really, really thick lenses, so I don't know if they would, stay on, but I do know that is a thing, but I don't have them. They are a thing on Blue Sky. Are they? Where? Admittedly, I don't use Blue Sky as much. Whenever, it's so disappointing. I'll open Twitter, and it won't be the Twitter I want, I want classic Twitter, where it was good. Instead, it's this garbage, and then I'll close Twitter angrily, and then I'll reopen Twitter because I forgot that was Twitter still. You ever just do that? Where you open it and close it, and then just reopen it, and you're like, no, this is still the same, and then I'll go to Blue Sky. Lucky Star is a slice of life. Oh, I like slice of lives. I think they're underrated, and I wish there were more of them. Or at least I wish people talked about them more. I understand it's more exciting to talk about, the Chainsaw Mans and the Demon Slayers, but I appreciate me a good old slice of life every now and then. It should be the little chat message icon? Oh. I probably just haven't. I've probably scrolled past it 700 times and never saw. Lucky Star is a slice of life series of an otaku. Lucky Channel at the end of the episode is my favorite part of the series. Oh, maybe I have seen it. I don't not watched it, but the name sounds familiar, so I'll look into it. Questions. 1. Have you ever thought of your own magical girl story? Yes, and 100%. 2. Have you heard of cassette beasts? Yes, I have. I thought about getting it, but I didn't. There were other things I wanted to buy. But I think it's on sale right now, actually. I opened Steam, and I think Steam is doing a Monster Catch sale or something. Games involving creature catching and whatnot. So maybe I'll check it out. But yes to both. I enjoyed Dragon Ball Daima. I did. I thought it was great. I really love Dragon Ball in general. So even if I think it's bad, I still enjoy it. It's like the pizza scale, right? From Night in the Woods. All pizza is good, even if it's bad pizza, because pizza is good. All Dragon Ball is good, and I thought it was cute. I enjoyed their tiny baby antics, that's basically it. I enjoyed them running around. I know the English dub just came out, so I wanted to rewatch it as in the English dub now. Bam. But so I watched the Japanese version before, but I want to see what the English version does different, because I think that's fun. I think it's interesting seeing the differences of that kind of stuff. Do I enjoy anime more than Western animation? By that I mean American cartoons. I don't think so. I think I like them both equally. That's the thing. I like some and I don't like others, and then I like some and I don't like others. I think they're both equally good, and they both have cool things going for them. And I think it's hard, like, making, like, an umbrella of, like, all of anime versus all of Western cartoons, because there's so much variety with both. So, no, I think they're all cool. I like things about all of them. I was gonna say something. Oh, yeah. You know what? You want to know something? You want to know something that, like, a video topic that I want to make, but I'm not making it because I don't think anyone else would care. I love insurance commercials. Like, commercials that sell insurance, like Geico and Progressive and State Farm, Liberty Mutual, or whatever. I think they're weird and funny, and I would want to talk about them, and because they're so weird, right? Because here's the thing, they want to sell you insurance, but insurance isn't selling right now, so they don't really talk about insurance, right? There'll be a character like Doug or Flo, who their whole gimmick is to just talk about how great this insurance company is, but they're never actually engaging with something that actually involves insurance, because insurance is actually very boring. But they need to sell this insurance thing, and it's all... But yeah, I love it, and I would love to talk about it, but I don't think anybody would care. I don't think anybody would be nearly as interested in me babbling about the weird world of insurance commercials. So, one day, eventually, I'll get there. Have I seen Bake Off recent episodes? Is there a new season coming out right now? I thought they came out later in the year. Or maybe they just reach America later in the year. I have not seen anything, but I do love Bake Off. I think Bake Off is fantastic. Last season was great. It was an exciting season. Oh yeah! There is a thing happening. There was like a celebrity thing, and Prue's gone now, isn't she? She's been replaced with someone new, someone different. I don't know how I feel about this, but, well, I guess I'll have to wait and see. You would care about it? Thanks. Wasn't there a Progressive commercial that had Sonic the Hedgehog was in? Probably, because they'll do, like, movie things. Like, there's one happening right now with like, Batman stuff going on for State Farm, I think. So, my question about insurance commercials, what happened to the original Jake from State Farm? He wasn't an actor. Like, he did the one ad. I don't think he acts or anything. He was in another one time, but they replaced him with a guy who was, like, actually, like, a trained performer. So, it was a bit more, like, charisma. Though, I'm gonna be honest, I prefer the original Jake, because new Jake is perfectly fine, but he doesn't sound interested. He doesn't sound like this is gonna be so stupid. He doesn't sound like his heart is in insurance. Like, when Doug or Flo talks about insurance, that's like their whole personality, right? And Jake from State Farm, he has like a very, like, gentle voice, you know, which is kind and calming and soothing, which is perfectly fine, I suppose. But you're already dealing with the hard concept of trying to sell the most boring thing on the planet, insurance. And so I think making it sound exciting is part of it, is more of a pressing matter than the gentle, soothing nature of it. So, bleh. I don't like State Farm commercials in general. I prefer Liberty Mutual. Also, I think Geico has the worst ones. I think Geico has the worst commercials, because they're like the worst versions of all of them. Because the gecko has that, like, calm, soothing personality as well, But he's so friggin' boring. At least Jake does stuff. Like, he talks to football players and whatever. The Geico Gecko just kind of like moseys around in a small guy in a big world, and it's so easy to just, like, he just becomes white noise. And I don't even remember he's selling insurance, you know? And then they have a million other, like, gimmick spin off things with Geico, and they can't ever be consistent about it, right? Like, they had the guy who was like, he stood in front of the red curtain and he made, like, an analogy and whatever. And then they had the two musician guys who, with, like, the camel on hump day or whatever. And they do all these weird spin-off things with Geico. The stupid Geico caveman. I hate that guy. His whole gimmick is to just be like a bummer loser, and I hate him. He makes me not interested in insurance. He just makes me salty. Like, why do you... I hate him. So yeah, I don't think anyone else would care about insurance ads the same way I do. So, that said, I think I've been going for an hour and a half now. I think I should call it a quits here. I got other stuff I need to do. It's getting later in the day, and I'm gonna have to take my dogs out for a walk soon here in a bit. So yeah, ending on talking about insurance, like a magical girl fairy should. Thanks everyone for showing up. Big, huge thank you to everyone who donated with the super chats. I appreciate you all so much. That's so kind of you. You're amazing. Be cool. You're cool. Remember, stay hydrated. Like, comment, and subscribe, and whatever. Keep your eyes peeled for a pre-cure video later this week, and then next week, Monica Magica, and then the week after that, the announcement for the OC Challenge Season 3. It's gonna be exciting. So many fun things. One question, is there gonna be another OC animation challenge? I just answered you! Yeah! First week of June, I'll announce OC Challenge Part 3. So yeah! Thank you all for showing up. You're cool. I appreciate you. Be good, be kind, learn something, stay hydrated. Bye-bye.